at you. There you are.
Did it start? Okay.
Yeah, it sure did. Look at this sexy hair.
Stupid Sonic. I swear to God, he's so dumb.
Yeah, I'm going to give away that dog. I'm going to give it away too. Who wants a dog?
Stop it, Daniel would be so upset.
What's up, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo and the beautiful Lizette Trujillo.
Saying hello to all the beautiful Instagram people.
Yeah,
for Cafecito
this
Thursday.
is Cafecito Thursday. Little Coffee Thursday. Little Coffee Thursday.
So we promised you guys yesterday that we would be here right at noon. And noon came and went.
Yeah, but we're here now.
But we're here.
Don't be apologizing. We're here.
I was like, whoa, what happened? We totally forgot about Cafecito Thursday. For some odd reason, I thought today was Wednesday.
I've been thinking every day was Tuesday.
Oh.
I don't know where I've been.
Okay. So I don't have a cafecito. I have a soda today.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please, no. Cafecito. Keep it a
right.
cafecito.
So what are we going to talk about today? Thursdays are working in a partnership.
Yeah, today says we're working in a partnership. We work in a partnership. If you work in a partnership, okay,
everything's itchy.
there's a few. It's the allergies. There's a few things that you are confronted with.
I feel like we need to do an intro again because it's been so long since we've done Cafecito Thursday.
Okay.
So maybe we should tell them about.
Yeah, go ahead.
You go.
Okay, well, I'm an artist. Okay,
I'm not.
She's not. She's more of a right brain, no left brain type of person.
Just right brain's creative.
Yeah, but she's got a hell of a sense of humor.
Yeah, I'm
She makes
funny.
me laugh a lot. And I own a studio. There's about 5 of us in the studio. She is. You take care of just about everything. I feel like I'm numb all the time. I'm walking like this, like Edward Scissorhands.
Son?
So,
Guess what? Dad is pandas into Minecraft.
dude, okay. We're in
We're
Cafecito
making
Thursday.
a lie,
Right?
but we love you.
Yay!
I feel like Edward Scissorhands. You know, I'm walking around like and then she guides me. She's like my compass. So we've been at it
I'm
for
not
a
a
few
very
years.
good one. He doesn't always listen to me.
No, you're a good
I'm
compass.
like,
I
look,
just don't
this is
listen.
north, and then he's like, never. I
South.
will not go in that direction.
Let's go south. Let's see what south looks like. See, I'm a rule breaker. I'm not a rules
I
man.
wish he wouldn't break my rules. Yeah, his media naranja, as they say.
Yeah, she's my better half.
So yes. So how long have we been working together?
I don't know we're going for over 7 years now. We're working together. For the first few years, we were like, "Oh man, this is awesome!" So we just kind of stayed in our place, and it hasn't been
comfortable.
Yeah, being comfortable, which is a killer.
This year we branched out.
It's no bueno. This year we branched out, and we're like,
It
you know
hurts
what?
a little bit.
You know what? We need to hire people. We need to go get a big studio. So we did. We went and we got a 3,200 square foot warehouse studio, turned into an art studio full. Package paintings. I paint a lot. Create a lot of content. We also create a lot of online content, a lot of digital content, shooting out videos and this and that, just like what we're doing right now. And it's been a ride. It's been a ride. One of the things that has made it a ride is really it's the disproportion idea of how you have an idea that something's going to work, but you're really underestimating the amount of time and energy that something like has to go into something. And I think that has really been the number one. What do you think?
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I'm gonna go win that race, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, but I'm still gonna eat the Cheetos, and it's like, well, it's not gonna work like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't win that race unless you train like the person who's gonna win the race.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So this is what we've been doing. Yeah. Something you want to add? Something cool?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know
You
right
don't
now.
know. Come on. Jeez. It's like radio. It's like live TV. It's pauses are bad.
I know I'm out of practice. I'm rusty.
Oh my God.
So I guess I would say that, yes, I agree with you, but I also think that people sometimes, as your goals grow, as you branch out, you have to be careful not to fall back into the comfort, because then you are scrambling. I feel like that's where we have landed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Back to where you're used to being, even though we've moved on from...
To the familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the familiar. You want to
So
go back
as
to
you
the familiar.
challenge yourself, you have to remember and stay mindful that, like, you're in a different space and you have to push harder.
Yeah. At a different level.
Yeah.
At a different level. Absolutely.
So we have people waving.
Oh, yeah, you gotta wave back.
I'm waving back. I'm
Jeez,
waving back.
Louise. Cheese and crackers.
So I was telling Jose that we've been in like a 5-month haze. Like, I feel like we were like out of alignment. I know. We're like in a negative funk. What do you feel were like the 3 biggest lessons you learned? Our son, fall break. Look at that hair. Look at that.
Where are the cookies?
There aren't any.
Yeah. Wave.
I need a fork.
Oh, go get one.
The
What
three,
are the
three
three-
biggest. I don't know
three
about.
biggest lessons?
Yeah, I had to think about it. I think the first one would have to be, again, what I said right now. Never underestimate. Always go to work, like your life depends on it. Go to work like your life, because it does. Your life, not as in, you know, but your peas and everything, you know, everything. It just depends on it. The paying the bills, doing all this other stuff. Like, if you go to another level, don't continue to act at the level you were before.
Well, you can't lose sight of the goal.
Yeah, but it's how many lessons?
Huh?
How many lessons?
3. Sorry.
So I would say continue to train in such a way that. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Continue to work in such a way that is you're out of your comfort level, out of your comfort zone.
Keep pushing yourself, right?
Always work out of your comfort zone. That would be one. The other one is don't play with things that already work. Okay? Don't mess with things that already work. Never do that. You can improve them, you can make them better, you can go faster, whatever, but don't mess with what already works. For example, if you show up to the studio every day for, I don't know, 2 hours every day in your studio, and that's giving you something, don't go back to 1 hour, or don't try to skip hours, or don't go for, 3 hours one day and then 1 hour some other day. Like don't mess with it. Keep it at the 2 hours. Don't mess with it. For example, here in my studio, about 6-7 hours of painting a day is really what creates the success for me and the people that work around me. 6 or 7 hours, tops 8 hours a day is really what generates the income, and anytime I'm out of alignment with that, everyone out, not just me, everyone around me suffers. Look at her face. Gucci.
Oh yeah, we've done that before. We'll definitely have to do another studio tour.
Yeah, and just be real with what is working. Okay, don't underestimate. Number one.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Number two, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Be real with what is working. Okay, if you are an Etsy person, don't be like, well, I'm gonna do Etsy a little bit and then I'm gonna go do, I don't know, my website more. Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
stick with your money maker.
Stick with the money maker. Okay, stick with that. And you can add stuff on there, but don't minimize. Don't dilute what's already working. Please, guys, don't dilute what's working. Okay. That would be the second one.
It hurts the pocket.
Oh, it hurts the pocket so much.
What's another one?
The third one, and I'm not saying this to feel sorry for us, guys, because we're not in a bad place. It's just that we went through some bumps and we're sharing with you guys.
Yeah.
We're sharing with you guys the bumps in the road that will happen. These are things that happen. Okay. The third one would be, what is it?
Okay. Do you find it difficult balancing studio time with home family time? My child would probably say yes. But Jose and I actually really enjoy working together, and we're both workaholics by choice. We enjoy it. It feeds us. And so we try to incorporate our life in the workspace, if that makes sense.
I will also,
Because I feel like work is your purpose and our purpose. But yeah, we go do fun stuff all the time. It just doesn't, it's not like a typical where like you have the weekend to have your fun stuff. Like
Right.
we sprinkle fun stuff in as our schedule opens up.
I mean, Monday is our weekend if you want to.
And so I feel like when Daniel's schedule changes, like right now he's on fall break, so we'll sprinkle some fun stuff in or whatever. But everyone, like even Daniel understands it's Team Trujillo in the warehouse, making sure that we're still headed towards the goal.
I also want to add to that the busier you are,
The more you can do.
the more you can do. And when you're not busy, this goes back to that principle of if you don't have, you will have less. The more you have, the more you will have. I think it's in the Bible somewhere. It's different principles that explain in different ways. But really, look, if you are very busy, and you as a result, you become very, what's that word?
If you're so busy but you're not generating income, then you're not busy on the right things. And so I think then that leads to worry and not being balanced.
Yeah.
And so you need to really take into consideration what is generating income for your studio.
Right.
Push on that so that you can feel like, ooh, I can breathe. And then that's when you start creating time for family because you feel like you're not worrying so much trying to generate income.
Right. The sales cures all, guys. Like, if you have a studio, if you're an artist and you're not selling,
Thank you, New Beginnings.
you're not going to want to keep doing it. You know, like Tony Robbins says, it's progress what makes you want to move forward.
Yeah.
Look, if you have a studio, if you're an artist and you're not selling artwork, I promise you, you're not going to want to keep doing it. It's going to become stressful. Hopefully, not to the point of depression, but you're not going to want to do it. You're just not going to want to do it because there's no payoff. There's no payoff at the end. You know, and I know that not everybody wants to be paid as an artist, as a payoff. I understand that. But if that is what you want and you're not getting it, you're not busy on the right things. Mm-hmm. You're not being busy on the right things. You're either spending too much time painting or too little time painting and too much time, I don't know, behind the computer somewhere. You need to figure out by trying out what is, and if you have a hard time with that, by the way, I do coach artists and we can schedule something, but you need to figure out where you're going to get paid, and wherever you're going to get paid, you need to lean on it. You need to lean on that.
Christy wants to know, how do we work together in the business? Would love to incorporate my hubby. So it was by pure accident, actually. Jose and I owned a women's clothing boutique.
Yeah.
We had that for 4 years. That was my dream. I have a retail background. It's what I wanted to do. And when that closed and Jose was working for a lacquer company, Jose found out that the lacquer company he was working for was going to close.
Yeah.
So originally he was doing like gallery shows, traveling, trying to get his work into galleries when we had our shop. And working at the lacquer company on the side, right?
Yeah.
Or no, not the side, but I guess the gallery. The art thing was on the side. And the lacquer company was what was...
Yeah, that was my job.
Was his job. So he found out it was going to close. We closed our boutique. And we realized we didn't have any money. So what ended up happening is that he said, what if we go online? It started on Craigslist. And he was like, I need help packaging. And so if you would have told me that my dream career was going to be packaging artwork, I would have laughed. But that's what ended up being my job for the last almost 8 years is packaging artwork. And then I utilized my retail background with providing customer service. You had already kind of worked out developing what packaging was going to look like. So he helped me with that. I learned how to frame.
And don't get us wrong,
So
like,
that's how we learned. That's how we ended up working together. And it was like a marriage of all of our best.
yeah,
Strengths.
and it was very satisfying to do it by ourselves and to be able to make, substantial income that was going to take care of our family.
Yeah, because that's what we were really worried about. We had a 4-year-old.
Yeah, but
that like all of a sudden was going to be going into school and needed healthcare and glasses and.
But here's my point.
Christmas.
Here's my point, though. While we were making income, we were generating income. We were generating over 6 figures. Our first year, we generated over 6 figures, and we're like, okay, well, this is something that we can do. We can grow. But we didn't really think about growing it. It was in our mind. It was very cool and exciting to just keep it there, right?
Yeah.
Until years went by, and it was like, oh shit!
Thank you.
Like,
It did work out.
this needs to grow, because if it doesn't, it's going to flatline.
It flatlines and it plateaus, and then your money lessens. And I think we were really nervous about what that was going to look like for our future.
Yeah.
Right? Because
when you
as
flatline something, you're doing the
as
same
your
thing over
income
and over.
grows, so do your expenses. Like all of a sudden, I was really excited we could afford healthcare out of pocket, or like
Right.
things that are just that you need in life, right? And so I feel like we had to start thinking about what started off as an accidental business, how we were going to grow that business, and
Right.
how we were going to make sure that it had longevity, right?
Right. How do we ensure longevity?
And so, yeah. And so we have now, we're almost at 8 years. April will be year 8.
Yeah.
And we have moved out of our house studio, and we got a warehouse. And we have some helpers now. And so we are in a new, scary, and exciting place.
Right.
And so we moved in May, and now we're here. Summer was bumpy. We have some new lessons that we're going to be bringing to you guys as the weeks progress, because we're going to be joining you guys on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon, like we promised.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to share everything today. We'll have it all mapped out.
Oh,
chit-chat
come
with you
on. They
guys
want to know it. But
in
yeah,
the
guys.
weeks to come.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And also, look, guys, remember this. Remember me, Simba. Remember.
How did Daniel do it?
Remember. Don't play to play, guys. It's very painful. Okay, play to win.
Time zone. It's Mountain Standard.
Yeah, play to win, guys. Okay, don't play to play. Playing to play just gives you a very sour feeling. Okay,
And
you
for
need to play
those
to
of
win.
you, who miss the noon live, you guys can always catch it on YouTube at Jose Trujillo, because he
Yeah.
shares it on YouTube, and we share it on Facebook.
This hombre is muy sexy. Look at this hair.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Have a happy Thursday, and we will see you on Tuesday.
Peace.